Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do the detailed review of the new budget smartphone from Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy M21. So this is the latest device under the M series, and unlike the previous devices, the M21 comes power packed with hardware for the price segment. It is priced 12,999. In fact, the pricing went up a bit, but then now it's back to 12,999. In fact, it is also being sold on Amazon for 12,699. That's 12,700 rupees. So how good is the device for this price segment? That's what we are going to analyze in this video. So let's get started with the detailed review of the Samsung Galaxy M21. Now first let's have a look at the design and build quality of this device. Now if you look at the design, the front panel design definitely looks pretty decent. We can see that the water drop or U-drop notch and the bezels are kind of minimal for the price segment. The bottom bezels are slightly on the high side, but still for a 13,000 price device, it's not a bad design for the front panel. Now we have the power and volume keys on the right side. The left side houses the SIM tray. The top panel does not have any openings. Bottom we have this regular USB Type-C port, the speaker unit and the 3.5mm audio jack. Now if you look at the back panel, the back panel again has a quite similar design as that of a M31. You can see that the camera layout, it's a triple camera system, and we have this kind of rectangular camera unit, which is quite similar to what Samsung offers on their S series as well. Now we also have a fingerprint scanner on the back panel. There is no in-display fingerprint scanner, and you can get the Samsung logo as well. Now if you look at the design, back panel design doesn't look that great, but still again for the budget or kind of mid-range phone, this is quite a decent offering. Now if you look at the build quality, it's not an appealing build quality. You can see that it feels like a cheap kind of plastic, but the material quality as such looks good, but it is not a pleasing one. So it may not be the best looking device out there in terms of the finishing as well as the design and build quality, but it's still a good offering for 13K. Now next let's talk about the display. So this is one thing where we don't have to actually say how good is the display. It's the best display you can get below the 15,000 price segment without any doubt. So the AMOLED display is the best, and you don't get to see this kind of beautiful displays at 12,999 price segment. So if you're a person who wants the best display out there in this price segment, hands down the Samsung Galaxy M21 is the device to go, because at 12,999 it's the best display you can pick. Now the display angles, so you can see the viewing angles are excellent. The AMOLED display gives you good color reproduction, great brightness levels, excellent colors, and we don't have anything to complain here. Now the display protection, we are not sure about what Samsung is offering here. There is no mention even on the Samsung website. So we have reached out to Samsung to get an idea about what protection it is being offered here. So now moving on to the software. So Samsung devices have this One UI. Now this device has the One UI 2.0. So One UI has been quite good on the new devices. So if you go to the About phone, you can see software information, One UI 2.0, and Android 10 is the version. Now One UI offers a lot of features actually. In fact, you get always on display, support for themes, a lot of customizations included, then gestures. So there is a whole lot of features included on this One UI, and with the current One UI, we feel it's quite a polished UI. We didn't see any major issues. Now the app response was not very fast, but still it's quite good. So overall software feels definitely good and refreshing actually. It's responsive as well. So that's the software aspect. Now moving on to the performance side. So this device runs on the Exynos 9611 octa-core processor with either 4GB RAM or 6GB RAM. Now we have seen this Exynos 9611 on the A51, the Samsung Galaxy A51, the Samsung Galaxy M31. So all these devices, it does have the same processor, and it's a quite good processor. In fact, it offers decent gaming experience as well. You get a smooth and extreme option for games like PUBG, which some devices still do not offer. So in that way, the processor is quite good, and even the gaming experience was quite acceptable. We don't see any major issues in the gaming. It was quite responsive, no lags whatsoever, and did a pretty good job. But again, it may not be the most powerful chipset out there in terms of the pricing, because the Realme 6 has the Helio G90T, and the Redmi Note 9 Pro has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G. So 9611 may not be as powerful as these two processors, but it still does the job pretty well. So we don't have anything to complain here. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner and face unlock, let's just try this out. So again, it's not the fastest out there. It's a tad slow, but no major issues as such. So you can see that again, face unlock is not the fastest out there, but does a pretty good job. Now talking about the call quality, you get pretty good call quality here, no issues. We have tried with a Geo SIM card, and you get voice over Wi-Fi facility as well. So again, 4G supported, so no major issues here. Now talking about the cameras. So this device has a 48 megapixel camera, and there is also an ultra wide angle camera and a depth sensor. And this primary is a Samsung sensor, 48 megapixel sensor. On the front panel you get a 20 megapixel camera as well. Now that's a front facing camera. Now if you look at the camera, we have done a detailed camera review as such, so you can check out that video to get an idea about that. But still, if you look at the camera, we're quite surprised how the camera performed, because generally the M series cameras have been kind of average or slightly above average. They've never been the best. Here also they are not the best, but still it does a pretty good job with 13,000 price segment. The daylight shots are quite good, the portraits are good, the selfie experience is quite good. Probably the only downside was the low light experience, which was kind of average. So again, the performance of the camera was kind of surprising to us. So if you are interested in checking out the camera, we have a detailed camera review. You can check out that video to get an idea about how the camera performance has been. Now finally, the battery life. So this phone has a 6000 mAh capacity battery. It's a pretty large capacity battery, and you get 15 watt fast charging. Now again, 15 watt fast charging is not the fastest out there, because you get 30 and 18 watt charging in this price segment. So 15 watt does a decent job. It takes 2.5 hours to charge from 0 to 100% for the 6000 capacity battery. Again, not bad, but still not the best. And the battery performance is again stellar. You get like 8 to 9 hours easily on this device. And probably this device would have got a bit more battery, because the Exynos 9611 general chipsets, Exynos chipsets, are not really optimized for battery, even though it has a 6000 capacity battery. The performance is quite similar to what we saw on the Redmi Note 9 Pro with a 5000 capacity battery. So that's one area where Samsung needs to work on. The Exynos chipsets are not really optimized, but you still get like 8 to 9 hours screen on time on an average on this device. So now summing up, how good is the device for 12,999? So when we summarize all the aspects of Samsung Galaxy M21, what we can say is it's a jack of all trades but master of none. So that's the apt word for Samsung Galaxy M21. It shines in almost all aspects, including the gorgeous display, good or rather above average performance, good software experience, good camera experience, then a decent battery. I mean, in fact, not decent, it's a really good battery performance, 15 watt fast charger. But if you look at all these aspects except for the display, it's not the best out there, but still it does a really good job. So it can be said as the jack of all trades and master of none. But for 12,999, it's a really good deal. That's what we feel. And we would be slightly inclined to choose the M21 than the Realme 6, because Realme 6 has the Helio G90T, but the camera performance and battery will not be as good as the M21. So if it is between M21 and the Realme 6, we would definitely suggest you to go with the M21, even though it may not have the really powerful chipset. Now we have done a M21 versus Realme 6 versus Redmi Note 9 Pro comparison, and you can also check out that video to see how M21 fares with these two devices. So at 12,999 pricing, this is definitely a good device to buy, and probably the first M21 M series smartphone we actually liked while reviewing. It's a good overall package. So that is a detailed review of the Samsung Galaxy M21. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.